Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. My name's Baron Collins Hill, and this is part 2 in the harmony series. We're learning how to play harmony in a couple different ways. If you haven't watched the first part, definitely go back and watch that. That's a very important part of the process. And in this one, we're going to dive right into a second way that you can look at harmony. So in the first lesson, we were taking the key of G, starting on this G here on the D string, taking that little bit of the scale and harmonizing it with B to B using the same notes. Now, that's what's known as like third above harmony. Our next harmony option is, you can think of it as sixth below, or you can think of it as third above harmony down an octave. So what we're going to have is the same scale, our same melody is G on the D string, that G major scale, and rather than having a harmony above of B to B, we're going to have a harmony below of B to B. So while the melody is there, we have sixth below. We can think of that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So going down from G, it's a sixth to get to that B natural. Or you could think of it as an octave down from G, and then up a third from that low G. Either way you want to think about it is totally fine. This is what I think of as the second most common sort of second part harmony that you run into. It's a really nice sound when you are playing with somebody else. If you don't want the brightness of that kind of harmony that's above the melody, it really adds some nice weight to have a harmony line that's below the melody. So we have our melody again. And then our low harmony is going to be B to B, starting on the B of the G string. So for melody, I can't actually sing that up an octave, but it'll sound like this. Actually, I'll sing the harmony line and play the melody. There's our melody, and I'll sing the low harmony of da 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 So it's definitely not as sparkly as your third above harmony, but it's a really nice sound. And just like with the first lesson where I said, play around with that scale, you can record yourself playing a little bit of a G scale or take a simple tune and then try to add that that sixth below harmony, that low harmony option in. It's going to be a great way to sort of work on that skill. But also, just like in the first lesson, where, we got these little double stops. Whoa! That one got away from me a little bit. G and B, A and C, B and D, C and E, D and F sharp, E and G, F sharp and A, and G and B. That's the high harmony. You get the same thing. It's even a little easier, in my opinion, to have the low harmony. We have G, B below, A, C below, B, D below, C, E below, D, F sharp below, E, G below, F sharp, A below, and G, B below. So now I'm doing this, there's a couple different ways once you hit like the open strings. I was trying to avoid open strings, but I hit one at the end there. or you can use the open strings. Gotta do a little bit of hybrid picking there to to jump over a set of strings when you're using those open strings, but that's certainly an option. And if you don't know what hybrid picking is, check out my website, mandolessons.com. I've got a lesson on it. Get some nice sounds. So yeah, that is a really great way to build in some of those double stops. So we got comfortable with these double stops in the first lesson. A really common set of double stops. You know, you can really get that bluegrassy sound with those third above double stops, and you can also get a really classic sound with those sixth below low octave harmonies. You might be familiar with that sound, especially this is kind of a common lick on the mandolin. You'll hear people do that on like a G chord. Your melody's going G and then C. You'll hear people do things like that, and that's exactly that harmony that we just looked at, just up a little higher. So our melody is going, melody of the lick is going G, A, B, A, G, and the harmony below, B, C, D, C, B. So we have 2 and 3, 3 and 5, 5 and 7, 3 and 5, 2 and 3, and then that same lick happens over the C chord. Our melody is C, D, E, D, C, and our harmony is E, F, G, F, E, and we're using an F natural there because we've kind of transferred to a C. In the key of C, F is natural. But that's a little beyond the scope of this lesson. So that is most of kind of what you want to get used to here. Again, you know, play the melody, sing the harmony. That's a really good exercise for your brain and your fingers. You can record yourself playing melody. You can record yourself playing harmony. Take a nice simple tune in the key of G and see if you can work out some kind of sixth below harmony. Mix it up with the third below harmony that you have been working on from last lesson, and really just start getting comfortable with what these sound like. Again, as I mentioned in the last lesson, there's some points where the chord structure is going to kind of force you to use notes that aren't straight third above or sixth below, and that's totally fine. Just let your ears guide you. You'll hear a little kind of clashing note and be like, oh, I'm following the rules, what's going on? And you'll realize, okay, this is because the chord structure is what it is, it's forcing me to, it's usually just moving in like a half step in one direction, or maybe a whole step, but you know, just having to adjust a note here and there. But I would say 90-95% of the time that straight third above or sixth below harmony is really gonna be exactly what you're looking for. That's all for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Get comfortable with all of those third above and sixth below harmonies, and we'll be back next week with another lesson on harmony and more double stop connections to connect some ideas in your brain. All right, thanks so much for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.